You have within you the power to shape your reality, to manifest your desires, and to bring into existence everything you've ever dreamed of. The key to this lies in a profound truth: you must allow it. Allow the natural flow of life to unfold, and trust that everything will come true, just as you've envisioned. The moment you grasp this concept and apply it to your life, you begin to realize that the world around you is not something happening to you, but rather something happening through you. Everything begins with your imagination. The mind is the creative force of the universe, and it is within your imagination that all things are conceived. If you can imagine it vividly, believe in it deeply, and allow it fully, it will come to pass. Your desires are not random, they are divine impulses, expressions of life seeking to unfold through you. They exist because they are meant to be realized. But the path to their fulfillment lies in the art of allowing, rather than striving or struggling. You must trust the creative process, surrender to the flow, and let go of any attachment to how or when things should happen. Too often we find ourselves caught in the trap of forcing outcomes. We attempt to bend the world to our will, pushing and pulling in an effort to make things happen. But this approach only leads to frustration and disappointment. The harder you push, the more resistance you create. The universe operates on a principle of ease and flow, not on force. When you allow, you align with this natural rhythm, and everything begins to fall into place. You may ask, how can I allow something to happen when I want it so badly? The answer is simple, yet profound: by shifting your focus from wanting to having. When you dwell in the state of wanting, you are affirming lack. You are acknowledging that what you desire is absent from your life, and this very acknowledgement keeps it at a distance. Instead, shift your consciousness to a state of already having what you desire. Imagine it vividly, feel it deeply, and allow yourself to live in the experience of it. When you do this, you are no longer chasing your desires, you are living them. To allow is to believe with unwavering certainty that what you have imagined is already true. It means trusting the unseen forces at work, knowing that the moment you conceive a desire, the path to its fulfillment is already in motion. Your job is not to figure out how it will happen or to manipulate circumstances to make it happen. Your job is to remain in the state of allowing, to stay aligned with your vision, and to trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if it doesn't appear that way on the surface. Doubt is the greatest obstacle to allowing. It is the voice that whispers, what if it doesn't happen? What if I'm wrong? What if I'm worthy? These thoughts are simply illusions, remnants of a limited understanding of how reality works. When you doubt, you create resistance, and resistance blocks the flow of manifestation. The key is to silence the doubt and replace it with faith. Faith is not wishful thinking, it is the knowing that what you desire is already on its way. It is the inner conviction that everything is working out for your highest good, even when you can't yet see the evidence. Think of a seed planted in the soil. Once the seed is sown, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust that, beneath the surface, the forces of nature are at work, nurturing the seed, allowing it to sprout and grow into a full-grown plant. Your desires are like that seed. Once you've planted them in your imagination, you must trust the process. You must allow the unseen forces to work in their own time and way, knowing that eventually what you've planted will break through the surface of your reality. The beauty of allowing is that it frees you from the burden of control. It releases you from the anxiety and stress of trying to make things happen. Instead of constantly worrying about the outcome, you can relax into the present moment, enjoying the journey as it unfolds. The present moment is where your power lies. It is in the now that you align with the energy of creation. When you are fully present, you are in harmony with the flow of life, and in this state, everything becomes possible. Allowing also means letting go of the need for external validation. Too often we look to others for approval or reassurance that we are on the right path. But the truth is, no one outside of you can determine what is right for you. Your desires are personal, unique to your own soul's journey. You must trust yourself, trust your own inner guidance, and follow your own heart. When you allow yourself to be led by your inner knowing, rather than seeking approval from the outside world, you become unstoppable. Your confidence grows and you move forward with a sense of purpose and clarity that cannot be shaken. There will be moments when it seems like nothing is happening. You may feel stuck, frustrated, or even discouraged. But remember, even in these moments, things are moving beneath the surface. Just because you can't see the progress doesn't mean it's not happening. In fact, some of the most profound transformations occur in the unseen realms beyond the reach of your conscious awareness. This is why patience and trust are essential. You must allow the process to unfold in its own time without trying to rush or force it. One of the greatest gifts of allowing is that it opens you up to possibilities beyond your imagination. When you let go of the need to control every detail, you make space for the universe to surprise you. Often, what manifests is even greater than what you originally envisioned. By allowing, you invite miracles into your life. You open yourself to the infinite creative potential of the universe, which knows no limits or boundaries. The journey of allowing is one of surrender, not in the sense of giving up, but in the sense of yielding to the greater wisdom of life. It's about recognizing that there is a divine order to everything and that, when you align with this order, your desires are effortlessly fulfilled. This doesn't mean you do nothing. On the contrary, it means you act from a place of inspiration rather than desperation. When you allow, your actions are aligned with the flow of life, and they become powerful catalysts for manifestation. So how do you begin to allow? Start by cultivating a deep sense of trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your desires, and trust in the creative power of the universe. Let go of any doubts or fears that may be holding you back. Know that what you seek is seeking you. It's already on its way. Your only task is to stay in alignment with your vision, to remain open to the possibilities, and to allow the process to unfold. Take time each day to visualize your desires as already fulfilled. Feel the emotions associated with their realization. Live in the state of having rather than wanting. And most importantly, relax into the knowing that everything is coming true, just as you've imagined. Allow it, trust it, and watch as your reality transforms in ways you never thought possible. The power to create your reality lies in your ability to allow. It is through allowing that you align with the natural flow of life, open yourself to infinite possibilities, and bring your desires into manifestation. Everything you've ever dreamed of is already within reach. All you need to do is allow it to come true. The foundation of this entire speech is built upon the understanding that the power to create your reality begins with your imagination. Everything that exists in the physical world first existed in the mind. The house you live in, the car you drive, the phone in your hand, all of these things were once ideas, mere thoughts in someone's imagination. It is within your mind, through your imagination, that you conceive of your desires and dreams. Your imagination is the creative workshop of your life. It is where your reality takes shape long before it manifests in the physical world. But many of us underestimate the power of imagination. We see it as fanciful or disconnected from reality, yet it is the very engine of creation. When you imagine something vividly, with all the emotions and sensations that would accompany its actualization, you are essentially creating a blueprint for that experience to unfold in your life. Your mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is experienced in the physical world. The more real your imagination feels, the more powerful it becomes as a tool for manifestation. However, simply imagining something is not enough. You must move beyond the casual daydream and fully inhabit your imagined reality. This is the step where most people falter. They imagine their dreams, but they do not truly live in that state of having achieved them. They remain disconnected, treating their desires as distant or unattainable. The secret is to immerse yourself so completely in the experience of having what you want that it feels as if it is already true. This is where the shift begins to take place. Once you understand the power of your imagination, you must shift from a state of wanting to a state of having. This is one of the most critical transitions in the manifestation process. The energy of wanting is rooted in lack. When you say, "I want this," you are essentially affirming that you do not have it. You are reinforcing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The more you focus on wanting something, the more you are focused on its absence, and this keeps it at arm's length. On the other hand, the energy of having is rooted in abundance. When you shift your consciousness to a state of already having what you desire, you close the gap between yourself and your dreams. You begin to align your vibration with the experience of fulfillment rather than the experience of lack. This is why it is so important to feel the emotions associated with your desires, as if they have already come true. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the gratitude, whatever emotions you believe you would feel if your desires were realized. The act of having is not about physically possessing something in the present moment. It is about embodying the feeling of having. You create the internal experience first, and then the external experience follows. When you live in the state of having, you are no longer chasing your desires, you are welcoming them. They are already a part of your reality, waiting to materialize in the physical world. Trust is the cornerstone of the creative process. It is the invisible thread that ties together your imagination, your beliefs, and your actions. Without trust, the entire process collapses. Trusting the creative process means having faith in the unseen forces at work. It means recognizing that the moment you conceive a desire, the universe begins orchestrating the circumstances, people, and events that will bring it to fruition. But this orchestration happens behind the scenes, often in ways you cannot perceive or understand in the moment. One of the most challenging aspects of trusting the process is letting go of the need to control how or when things will happen. We often try to impose our own timelines and methods, believing that we know best. But the universe operates on its own schedule, and it knows how to bring your desires to you in the most harmonious and efficient way possible. When you try to force things to happen, you create resistance, which only delays the manifestation. Trusting the process requires you to surrender your need for control and allow life to unfold as it is meant to. This does not mean you should be passive or complacent. Trusting the process is an active state of faith. It means you continue to align yourself with your desires, taking inspired action when the time is right, but without the anxiety or stress of trying to force outcomes. When you trust, you move through life with a sense of ease and flow, knowing that everything is working out for your highest good, even if you can't yet see the results. Doubt is the biggest obstacle to allowing the creative process to work. It is the voice in your mind that questions whether your desires are possible or whether you are worthy of them. It sows seeds of fear and uncertainty, creating resistance that blocks the flow of manifestation. Doubt is the antithesis of trust. It tells you to focus on what could go wrong rather than what could go right. And when you give energy to doubt, you strengthen it, making it more difficult for your desires to come to fruition. The key to overcoming doubt is to become aware of it when it arises and to consciously choose to replace it with faith. Faith is not about blindly hoping for the best, it is about knowing with absolute certainty that what you desire is already on its way. It is the inner conviction that everything is working out perfectly, even if the evidence hasn't yet appeared. Faith is a quiet, calm assurance that you are on the right path, and that your desires will be fulfilled in due time. To strengthen your faith, it helps to look for evidence of the universe working in your favor. This could be small signs or synchronicities that indicate you are on the right track. When you start to notice these signs, it becomes easier to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Each small manifestation becomes a stepping stone to larger manifestations, building your confidence and reinforcing your belief that the process works. Patience is a natural extension of trust. It is the understanding that just because something hasn't manifested yet doesn't mean it won't. It means recognizing that there is often a gestation period between planting the seed of your desire and seeing it come to fruition. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a plant, your desires take time to materialize. But during this period of growth, things are happening beneath the surface, beyond the reach of your conscious awareness. When you practice patience, you are allowing the creative process to work without interference. You are giving the universe the space and time it needs to bring everything into alignment. Patience does not mean passivity, it means staying in alignment with your desires, continuing to feel the emotions of having them, and trusting that they will come to you in the perfect time and way. It is about staying calm and centered, even when there is no visible evidence of progress. Often the most significant breakthroughs happen after periods of apparent stagnation. Just when it seems like nothing is happening, everything can shift in an instant. But you must remain patient and trust that, even in the silence, things are moving. Your role during these times is to maintain your focus and alignment, resisting the urge to doubt or give up. Patience is the bridge between desire and manifestation, and it is built on the foundation of trust. Finally, living in the present moment is the most powerful way to stay aligned with the energy of creation. The present moment is where life happens. It is the only place where you have any real power. When you are fully present, you are in harmony with the flow of life, and in this state, everything becomes possible. Most people spend their time either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, but neither of these states is conducive to manifestation. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. All you have is now. When you live in the present moment, you are free from the anxiety and stress of trying to control outcomes. You are not concerned with how or when your desires will manifest, because you are fully immersed in the experience of now. This doesn't mean you stop caring about your goals or desires, but it means you are no longer obsessively focused on them. Instead, you are open to the unfolding of life, trusting that everything is happening exactly as it should. Being present also allows you to notice opportunities and synchronicities that you might otherwise miss. When your mind is cluttered with thoughts of the past or future, you are less likely to recognize the signs and signals that the universe is sending you. But when you are fully present, you become more attuned to the subtle currents of life, and you are able to act on inspiration when the time is right. Letting go of the need for external validation is one of the most liberating steps you can take on your journey to manifestation. We often look outside of ourselves for confirmation that we are on the right path or that our desires are worthy of pursuit. This need for approval comes from a place of insecurity, a belief that our own inner knowing is not enough. When we seek validation from others, we give away our power. We allow their opinions and judgments to influence our decisions and ultimately our reality. The truth is, no one outside of you can determine what is right for you. Your desires are yours for a reason. They are personal to your soul's journey. When you look to others for validation, you are placing your power in their hands, allowing them to shape your life based on their own beliefs, fears, and limitations. This is a recipe for frustration and disappointment. No one can truly understand your vision the way you do because it is unique to you. Letting go of the need for external validation requires you to cultivate a deep sense of self-trust. You must learn to listen to your own inner guidance, to trust the whispers of your intuition, and to follow your heart without hesitation. This doesn't mean you can't seek advice or support from others, but it does mean that the ultimate authority in your life is you. You must be willing to stand firm in your vision, even when others cannot see it or understand it. Remember, they are not living your life, you are. When you release the need for validation, you free yourself from the fear of judgment. You no longer worry about what others think or whether they approve of your choices. This creates space for you to focus on what truly matters, aligning with your desires and allowing them to manifest. The energy that was once tied up in seeking approval is now available for creative expression, and you become more powerful in your ability to manifest. There is a profound sense of empowerment that comes with knowing that you are the creator of your reality. You are no longer bound by the limitations or expectations of others. Instead, you are guided by your own inner wisdom, moving through life with confidence and clarity. This is the essence of true freedom, and it is a key part of the allowing process. Embracing the journey is another essential aspect of manifestation. We are often so focused on the end result, on the achievement of our desires, that we forget to enjoy the process of getting there. But the journey is where the magic happens. It is through the ups and downs, the twists and turns, that we grow, learn, and evolve. The journey is what shapes us into the person we need to be in order to fully receive and appreciate the manifestation of our desires. When you embrace the journey, you are no longer rushing toward the destination. You are no longer in a state of impatience or frustration, waiting for your desires to materialize. Instead, you are fully engaged in the present moment, enjoying each step of the way. You recognize that every experience, whether positive or challenging, is a valuable part of the process. It is through these experiences that you gain the wisdom and strength needed to create the life you desire. The journey is not always easy. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But these challenges are not meant to discourage you, they are opportunities for growth. Each challenge you face is a chance to deepen your faith, to strengthen your resolve, and to refine your vision. When you embrace the journey, you stop resisting these challenges and start seeing them as part of the unfolding of your desires. It's important to understand that the journey is not separate from the destination, it is part of it. Every step you take brings you closer to your desires, even if it doesn't always seem that way. The lessons you learn along the way are just as important as the manifestation itself. In fact, they are often the key to unlocking the full potential of your desires. When you learn to enjoy the process, you enter a state of flow, where everything begins to unfold naturally and effortlessly. By embracing the journey, you also open yourself up to the possibility that your desires may manifest in ways you hadn't anticipated. Sometimes, the path you take leads you to something even greater than you originally imagined. When you are fully present in the journey, you are able to recognize these opportunities and seize them. This is the beauty of allowing. When you let go of the need to control every detail, you make space for miracles. Allowing space for miracles is one of the most exciting aspects of the manifestation process. When you release your attachment to specific outcomes and let go of the need for control, you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities of the universe. You allow the creative forces of life to work in ways that you may not be able to predict or understand, and often what unfolds is even greater than what you initially envisioned. Miracles are not rare or extraordinary events, they are a natural part of life. But they can only occur when you make space for them. This means letting go of rigid expectations, trusting the process, and being open to the unexpected. Miracles happen when you are aligned with the flow of life, allowing things to unfold in their own time and way. They are the universe's way of showing you that there are no limits to what you can create. When you allow space for miracles, you shift from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. You recognize that there is more than enough for everyone, and that the universe is constantly providing you with opportunities to manifest your desires. Miracles are a reminder that you are not alone in this process, that there are forces beyond your control that are working in your favor. The key to experiencing miracles is to remain open and receptive. You must be willing to let go of your preconceived notions of how things should happen and allow life to surprise you. Miracles often occur in ways that defy logic or reason, but that is their nature. They are not bound by the limitations of the physical world, they operate in the realm of infinite possibility. When you allow space for miracles, you tap into this realm and invite the extraordinary into your life. Acting from inspiration rather than desperation is a powerful way to stay aligned with the energy of creation. Desperation comes from a place of lack, fear, and anxiety. When you act out of desperation, you are trying to force things to happen because you believe that if you don't, your desires will slip away. But this energy of desperation creates resistance and blocks the flow of manifestation. It is rooted in a belief that you must struggle and strive to get what you want, and this belief is counterproductive to the process of allowing. In contrast, acting from inspiration is aligned with the flow of life. When you are inspired, you are connected to your higher self and to the creative energy of the universe. You are not acting out of fear or scarcity, but out of a deep sense of knowing that everything is already working out in your favor. Inspiration comes from a place of joy, excitement, and alignment. It is the natural expression of your desires moving through you. When you act from inspiration, your actions are infused with the energy of creation. They become powerful catalysts for manifestation because they are aligned with the flow of life. You are no longer pushing or forcing, but allowing things to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean that you sit back and do nothing. It means that your actions are guided by your intuition and inner wisdom, rather than by external pressures or fears. Inspiration is a signal from the universe that you are on the right path. It is the nudge that tells you to take action, but without the strain or effort that comes from desperation. When you act from inspiration, you are in harmony with the creative forces of life, and your actions become effortless and enjoyable. This is the true power of allowing. You are not trying to make things happen. You are allowing them to happen through you. The final key point is to trust the unfolding of your desires. It's easy to get caught up in the need for immediate results or to become discouraged when things don't seem to be moving as quickly as you'd like. But the process of manifestation is like a dance you must allow the universe to lead, trusting that everything is happening in perfect timing. When you trust the unfolding, you are no longer attached to the outcome. You know that everything is coming together in the best possible way, even if you can't yet see the full picture. Trusting the unfolding means letting go of impatience and embracing the present moment. It means recognizing that the journey is just as important as the destination, and that each step you take is bringing you closer to your desires. It is a deep knowing that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things seem uncertain or challenging. When you trust the unfolding, you release the need for control and allow life to flow. You are no longer pushing or forcing, but simply allowing things to come to you in their own time. This trust is the foundation of the allowing process, and it is what enables you to manifest your desires with ease and grace. In conclusion, the journey of manifestation is not about forcing or controlling outcomes, but about aligning yourself with the natural flow of life. By letting go of the need for external validation, embracing the process, and allowing space for miracles, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. Acting from inspiration rather than desperation fuels your actions with the energy of creation, making the path smoother and more enjoyable. Above all, trusting the unfolding of your desires is key, knowing that everything is working out for your highest good, even when the full picture is not yet clear. When you allow life to unfold, free from attachment or fear, you invite the extraordinary into your experience. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, ready to deliver your deepest desires at the perfect time. Your role is simply to trust, to remain open, and to allow. In doing so, you step into your power as a creator, and everything you seek will come to you in ways far greater than you could have ever imagined. God has a plan for you, a plan so profound, so precise, that it weaves together every moment of your life into a grand tapestry of purpose. The unfolding of this plan is not something that happens outside of you, it is happening through you. Every thought, every feeling, every conviction you hold within shapes the very path you walk. There is no randomness in life. Everything you experience, whether joy or sorrow, triumph or challenge, is part of the divine order set into motion by your consciousness. God's plan is not some distant, hidden mystery. It is revealed in the very fabric of your being, waiting to be realized the moment you awaken to its power. Imagine for a moment the seed of a mighty oak tree. It contains within it the full potential of towering greatness, but it doesn't become that in an instant. It grows slowly, patiently, as it reaches toward the light. So it is with you. The potential of God's plan is already planted deep within your soul. Every experience in your life is nurturing that seed, pushing you toward your ultimate destiny. But here's the truth you must grasp: God's plan is not something you passively wait for. It is something you co-create. You are not a spectator in the unfolding of your life. You are the vessel through which divine purpose expresses itself. The thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold, and the emotions you nurture are the very tools by which you shape and direct that plan. You hold the power to align yourself with it, to quicken its unfolding, and to bring forth its manifestation in your reality. Understand this: your desires are not random whims of the mind, they are the whispers of God's will, calling you toward your highest potential. That longing you feel in your heart, that vision you hold of a better, more abundant life, is the spark of divine intent. It is God revealing to you what already exists in the unseen, waiting for you to claim it as your own. The key lies in faith. Not faith in something outside of you, but faith in the unseen reality that exists within. Trust that what you desire is already yours, that the plan is already in motion. When you dwell in this certainty, you open the floodgates of possibility. You invite the divine to manifest in your life, to make the invisible visible and the formless tangible. But this plan does not come without tests. Challenges will arise, obstacles meant to refine you, to strengthen your resolve, to deepen your faith. These trials are not signs of failure or abandonment, they are the very means by which you are prepared for the greatness ahead. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Every delay is designed to strengthen your belief in the unseen reality that is already unfolding. So what must you do? You must act as if the plan is already complete. Live each day knowing that God's purpose is being fulfilled through you. Carry yourself with the confidence that everything, even the challenges, is working in your favor. Your only job is to remain aligned with the vision, to stay connected to the deeper knowing that God's plan is perfect, and that you are exactly where you need to be. The world may tell you otherwise. Circumstances may seem chaotic, uncertain, even bleak at times, but do not be deceived by appearances. The material world is but a reflection of your inner state. As you transform within, the world around you will shift to match the new reality you create. This is the essence of divine law. What you hold in consciousness, you bring into being. So be bold in your imagination. Dare to dream of the life you desire, for it is not separate from God's plan. It is the plan. The vision you hold is the divine blueprint that is meant to be brought into form through you. Do not settle for less than the greatness you are destined for. Embrace the fullness of who you are, knowing that the power that created the universe resides within you. Remember, God's plan for you is not small, and it is not limited by the constraints of time, space, or circumstance. It is vast, expansive, and infinite. And as you align yourself with it, you will see miracles unfold in ways you never thought possible. Doors will open where there were none, paths will clear that seemed impossible, and opportunities will arise that are beyond your imagination. God's plan is perfect, and it is unfolding for you right now. Trust it, live it, and know that everything you desire is already on its way. Your role is to believe, to remain steadfast, and to act as though it is already done, because in the divine order of things, it is already done. This is the mystery and the majesty of God's plan, yours to embrace, yours to live, yours to live, yours to manifest. All that is left is for you to step into it with unwavering faith, and the knowing that the power of God flows through you, guiding your every step, shaping your every outcome, and fulfilling the glorious destiny that has always been yours. The plan for your life has always existed, and it resides within you. There's nothing external that dictates your destiny. Everything you need to fulfill your purpose is already planted in your heart. This divine blueprint, hidden deep within your soul, waits for your recognition, for your understanding that it is not separate from who you are, it is who you are. The life you long to live, the experiences you seek, the fulfillment you crave, are not distant dreams or fantasies. They are the reality of God's plan, waiting to be brought to life through you. Imagine the acorn that contains within it the potential of a massive oak tree. The moment it is planted, it already holds its entire future. Similarly, the seed of your destiny has been planted within your consciousness, containing the full potential of everything you are meant to become. You may not see the full picture right away, but just like the oak tree, growth happens in stages, each step unfolding in perfect timing. There is no need to search outside yourself for meaning or direction. The answers are already within, quietly waiting for you to tap into their power. You may wonder why the path seems unclear at times, why you face moments of doubt or confusion. But the truth is, clarity doesn't come from seeking outward solutions. It comes from trusting that the divine plan is already unfolding within you, perfectly aligned with your desires and purpose. You are not separate from this plan. The thoughts you entertain and the emotions you nurture are all integral parts of this unfolding. Every time you feel an inner stirring, a sense of longing, or a desire to be something greater, that is the divine plan making itself known to you. It is urging you to align with the truth of who you are, to believe in the power you carry within. There is nothing random about your existence. Every moment, every experience is designed to bring you closer to the realization of your purpose. Even the challenges you face, the setbacks and delays, are part of the process. They are there to refine you, to help you grow into the fullness of your potential. It may not always feel like it, but the divine order is constantly at work, ensuring that every step you take is leading you toward the manifestation of the life you are destined to live. And this is the key: you are not a passive observer in this process. God's plan is not something that happens to you, it happens through you. As you open your mind to the possibilities, as you hold in consciousness the vision of your highest self, you actively participate in the unfolding of that plan. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions are the tools through which divine purpose takes form. This is why it's essential to remain aligned with your inner knowing. Trust the nudges you feel, the intuition that guides you, for these are the signals from the divine plan within you. As you cultivate a deep sense of faith in this inner truth, you create a space for the miraculous to happen. The more you trust, the more you will see how effortlessly life unfolds in perfect harmony with your desires. You must understand that God's plan is not constrained by time or circumstance. It doesn't matter what your current situation looks like. The limitations you perceive are only illusions created by doubt or fear. The truth is, your destiny is already complete in the realm of the unseen. It is waiting for you to bring it into form, to live it out fully in the physical world. And the way to do that is to remain steadfast in your belief that the plan is unfolding perfectly, even when you cannot yet see it with your eyes. Every time you feel inspired, every time you catch a glimpse of what your life could be, you are touching that divine blueprint. You are aligning yourself with the path that has always been meant for you. And as you stay in this place of faith, as you trust that the power of God is working through you, you will see the plan begin to take shape. Doors will open where there were none, opportunities will arise that seem miraculous, and the life you desire will come to fruition. The plan is not outside of you, it is within. It is who you are at the deepest level. Embrace it, live it, and know that everything is already perfectly aligned for your success. All that is required is your belief, your willingness to trust that the divine is guiding you every step of the way, and your understanding that the plan is unfolding exactly as it should. You are not merely an observer in the unfolding of God's plan for your life, you are an active participant. The divine blueprint that shapes your destiny is not something that exists outside of you, waiting to happen by chance. Instead, it is something you co-create with God every moment, through your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Your mind is the canvas upon which God's plan is painted, and you hold the brush. Every decision you make, every thought you dwell upon, contributes to the manifestation of this divine plan. Think of it this way: God provides the vision, the ultimate purpose for your life, but it is your consciousness that brings that vision into reality. The thoughts you choose to entertain and the images you hold in your mind are the tools through which this plan takes shape. Your inner world, the beliefs and assumptions you carry, becomes the foundation upon which the outer world is built. In essence, you are co-creating with the divine in every moment. This power is always present, always at work, whether you are aware of it or not. Every thought you think, whether consciously or subconsciously, is a seed planted in the soil of your life. And just as nature brings forth a harvest from the seeds we plant, so too will your life reflect the thoughts and emotions you cultivate within. This is why it's essential to be mindful of what you focus on. When you dwell on positive, expansive ideas, thoughts of abundance, love, and purpose, you align yourself with God's plan, allowing it to flow effortlessly through you. When you focus on lack, fear, or doubt, you slow down the manifestation of that plan, creating obstacles that only exist in your mind. The divine plan is perfect and limitless, but your role is to open yourself to its possibilities. The key is to live as though you are already the person you desire to be. This isn't about pretending or wishful thinking. It's about aligning your consciousness with the reality of what God's plan is already prepared for you. When you act as if the outcome is already certain, you activate the power of divine creation within you. You become a magnet for the experiences, opportunities, and resources that are part of that higher plan. This process requires faith, not in the sense of hoping that things will work out, but in the deep knowing that they already have. Faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between the spiritual and the physical. It is the belief that God's plan is already complete in the invisible realm, and that your role is to bring it into the visible. Every time you choose to hold fast to that belief, even when circumstances seem to suggest otherwise, you are co-creating with God. You are giving form to the formless, turning possibility into reality. But understand this, co-creating with God does not mean forcing things to happen or struggling against the flow of life. It is not about pushing or striving. Instead, it is about allowing, trusting that the divine order is always at work, and that everything you need to fulfill your purpose will be provided at the right time. It is a dance between effort and surrender, between intention and faith. Your role is to set the intention, to envision the life you desire, and then to release the need to control how or when it comes to pass. In this process, challenges will arise. These are not signs that you are off course, but rather opportunities to deepen your faith and refine your co-creative abilities. Every obstacle is a test of your alignment with the divine plan. Will you continue to trust in the unseen, or will you allow fear and doubt to take over? The choice is always yours. When you choose faith, when you choose to believe in the power of God working through you, the path forward will always be revealed, no matter how impossible it may seem in the moment. The beauty of co-creating with God is that you are never alone in this process. The divine is always guiding you, always providing the inspiration and insight you need to take the next step. But it requires you to be in tune with that guidance, to listen to the whispers of your intuition, and to trust the nudges of your heart. When you follow those inner promptings, you are aligning yourself with the higher plan, and life begins to unfold in ways that are far beyond anything you could have imagined on your own. You must also remember that co-creation is not just about manifesting things for yourself. It is about fulfilling your role in the larger tapestry of life. God's plan is not limited to your personal desires. It is interconnected with the well-being of all. As you co-create with the divine, you are contributing to the greater good, helping to bring about a world that reflects the love, abundance, and harmony of God's vision. When you align with this higher purpose, you find that your personal desires are fulfilled as a natural byproduct of serving the greater whole. Co-creating with God's plan is about living in alignment with your true nature. It is about realizing that you are not separate from the divine. As you deepen your understanding of this truth, you begin to see that the power to shape your life is already within you. You are a powerful co-creator, capable of manifesting the divine plan in every aspect of your life. All that is required is your willingness to believe in that power, to trust in the process, and to take inspired action toward the fulfillment of your highest purpose. The desires that arise within you are not mere whims or random longings. They are far more profound than fleeting wishes. These desires are divine whispers, sacred messages sent from the deeper realms of your being, guiding you toward your true purpose. Each desire carries within it the seed of your destiny, a calling from the divine to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. When you feel the pull of desire, it is not something to be dismissed or feared, but rather a sign that God is communicating directly with you, urging you to follow the path laid out before you. Desires are the language through which the divine speaks to you. They are not about superficial cravings or material wants, but rather about the unfolding of your potential, the manifestation of your highest self. Every desire that stirs your soul has its origin in a higher source. It is an invitation to explore the depths of your existence, to align yourself with the purpose that has always been within you. When you experience a true desire, a longing that feels as though it is rooted in the core of your being, you are feeling the pull of the divine plan. These whispers of desire are not accidental. They are placed in your heart for a reason, drawing you toward the life that has already been envisioned for you. You may not always understand why certain desires persist, why they seem to linger, even when the circumstances around you suggest otherwise. But that is because these desires are not bound by your current reality. They transcend the limitations of time and space, pointing toward a future that exists beyond your immediate perception. When you feel drawn to something, it is because it is already yours in the realm of the unseen. The desire is simply the signal, the divine nudge, urging you to bring it into manifestation. Often we are taught to suppress our desires, to view them as distractions or signs of selfishness, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Your desires are sacred. They are the divine's way of guiding you toward your highest potential. When you honor them, when you listen to those quiet inner whispers, you align yourself with God's plan for your life. You are not meant to ignore these callings, you are meant to embrace them, for they are the roadmap to your purpose. But understanding this requires a shift in perspective. You must learn to see your desires not as something to chase, but as something to cultivate. A desire, when it first arises, is often subtle. It is a gentle whisper rather than a loud command. It doesn't demand attention, but it persists, quietly reminding you of what you are meant to become. So your task is to nurture this desire, to allow it to grow within you, and to trust that it is leading you towards something far greater than you can imagine. This is where faith comes in. When you feel a desire, you may not always see the path ahead clearly. The how and the when may seem uncertain, but your role is not to worry about those details. Your role is to trust that the desire itself is evidence that what you seek is already yours. If you were not meant to have it, you would not desire it. The divine does not place longings in your heart without also providing the means for their fulfillment. Your desire is the beginning of the manifestation process. It is the spark that sets everything in motion. Think of it like this: when you plant a seed in the ground, you do not see the tree immediately, but you trust that the tree exists within that seed, even though it has not yet taken form. Similarly, when you feel a desire, it is like planting a seed in your consciousness. You may not see the full manifestation of it right away, but you can trust that it is already growing, already becoming, even when it is still hidden from view. Your job is to nurture that seed, to water it with belief, to feed it with positive thoughts, and to protect it from the weeds of doubt and fear. The desires that persist are those that are most aligned with your divine purpose. They are the ones that, no matter how much you try to ignore them or push them away, continue to call to you. These desires are not burdens, they are blessings. They are the guideposts along the journey of your life, showing you the way forward, even when the path seems unclear. Every time you feel a deep, persistent desire, know that it is the divine reminding you of who you are meant to be and what you are meant to do. This is not to say that every fleeting want or superficial craving is divine in nature. You must learn to distinguish between the desires that arise from your higher self and those that come from fear, insecurity, or ego. True desires, the ones that come from the divine, feel different. They do not create anxiety or a sense of lack. Instead, they inspire you, fill you with a sense of possibility, and remind you of the infinite potential that lies within you. When a desire feels expansive, when it makes you feel more connected to your purpose, that is how you know it is a divine whisper. These desires also have the power to lead you through challenges and uncertainties. Even when the road seems difficult, your desires will keep you moving forward. They are the fuel that powers your journey, giving you the strength to keep going, even when circumstances seem to suggest that you should give up. Trust in these desires, for they are the divine's way of leading you through the twists and turns of life, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your ultimate purpose. Your desires are not separate from God's plan, they are integral to it. They are the way in which the divine plan unfolds in your life, step by step. As you honor these desires, as you trust in their divine origin, you become a co-creator with the divine, bringing into existence the life you were always meant to live. So listen closely to those whispers. They are the voice of God, gently guiding you toward your destiny. Trust in them, follow them, and know that in doing so you are fulfilling the divine plan that has always been within you. Desires are not random thoughts or passing urges that simply arise out of nowhere. They are profound, sacred expressions of a deeper calling that originate from within the core of your being. These desires, which stir your heart and ignite your imagination, are far more significant than fleeting wishes. They are divine whispers, gentle nudges from God, guiding you toward the life you are meant to live, the purpose you are destined to fulfill. When a true desire arises within you, it is not merely about wanting something external, like material possessions or status. It is an intimate communication between your soul and the divine. It is as though God is speaking to you through the language of your heart, revealing the path you are meant to walk, the experiences you are meant to embrace, and the person you are meant to become. Desires are the divine's way of reminding you of your infinite potential and the purpose for which you were created. These desires, however, are often quiet. They do not shout or demand immediate attention. Instead, they whisper softly, gently drawing your focus inward. You might feel a subtle longing, a persistent idea that keeps returning to your mind, or a quiet but powerful pull toward a particular path. These whispers are not to be ignored. They are sacred messages from God, pointing you toward your highest good. The divine doesn't place desires in your heart arbitrarily. They are there because they are meant to be realized, to be brought into the physical world through your faith and action. It is important to understand that your desires are not separate from God's plan. They are, in fact, integral to it. You might have been conditioned to believe that desiring something for yourself is selfish, or that it distracts from your spiritual journey. But nothing could be further from the truth. Desires, when aligned with your higher self, are the way God's plan unfolds through you. They are the threads of destiny woven into the fabric of your existence, drawing you closer to your true purpose. These divine whispers are the sparks that ignite your soul, awakening your inner potential and guiding you toward the life that has already been written for you in the unseen. Often these desires are subtle at first. You may feel them as a quiet yearning, a dream that lives in the background of your thoughts. But over time, as you become more attuned to your inner world, these whispers grow louder, more insistent. They persist even when you try to ignore them, reminding you that there is something greater awaiting you. This is because your desires are rooted in the very essence of who you are. They are not random or accidental. They are divine in origin, and they arise from the deepest truth of your soul. When you begin to understand your desires in this way, you see them not as distractions but as sacred guideposts. Each desire points you towards something essential, something that aligns with your higher purpose. The very fact that you feel a longing for something is a sign that it is already meant for you. The divine does not give you a desire without also providing the means to achieve it. The whisper of a desire is the signal that what you seek is already available to you, waiting for you to bring it into form. But here's where faith comes in. Desires often arise long before you see any evidence that they can be realized. You may feel drawn to a particular goal, but circumstances might seem to suggest that it's out of reach. This is where you must learn to trust the divine whispers within you. Even when the external world does not yet reflect fulfillment of your desire, you must hold fast to the knowing that it is already yours in the unseen. Your desires are not bound by the limitations of time or circumstance. They exist in a higher realm, waiting to be manifested through your faith and persistence. Desires as divine whispers also carry a responsibility. It's not enough to simply wish for something and then passively wait for it to appear. These whispers call you to action, to align your thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors with the vision that has been planted in your heart. It is your role to nurture your desires, to cultivate them with care and attention, just as you would a garden. You must tend to them with faith, trust, and unwavering belief, knowing that they are the seeds of your future reality. This process requires inner work. Desires often challenge you to grow beyond your current limitations, to expand your sense of what is possible. They ask you to let go of fear, doubt, and self-limiting beliefs. When you feel the pull of a desire, it is not just an invitation to receive something external, it is a call to evolve, to step into a higher version of yourself. In this way, desires serve as catalysts for your personal and spiritual growth. They push you to trust in the unseen, to believe in possibilities that transcend your current circumstances, and to align more fully with the divine power that resides within you. When you embrace your desires as divine whispers, you step into a co-creative partnership with God. You recognize that these longings are not random but are, in fact, aligned with a higher plan for your life. Each desire carries within it the potential for fulfillment, but it requires your participation. The divine will guide you, but you must be willing to listen to those whispers, to follow where they lead, even when the path ahead is unclear. In moments of doubt, when you feel that your desires are too big or too impossible, remember this: if the desire has been placed in your heart, it means that you are meant to fulfill it. The divine does not place desires within you only to leave them unfulfilled. These whispers are not empty promises, they are sacred invitations to step into the fullness of your being. You are capable of manifesting the life you desire, because that desire is already aligned with God's plan for you. Ultimately, desires as divine whispers are an expression of the infinite potential that lies within you. They are a reminder that you are a co-creator with the divine, capable of shaping your reality through the power of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When you honor your desires, when you listen to those sacred whispers, you align yourself with the divine flow of life. You begin to move in harmony with God's plan, allowing your highest good to unfold effortlessly. Trust in the desires that arise within you. They are not distractions, they are your destiny calling. Listen closely, act boldly, and know that with each step you take, you are bringing the divine plan for your life into reality. You are walking the path that was always meant for you, guided by the quiet but powerful whispers of your soul. Faith in the unseen reality is the cornerstone of manifesting the life you desire. It is the recognition that what you cannot yet perceive with your physical senses is just as real, if not more so, than what is immediately visible before you. This faith is not a blind hope or wishful thinking. It is a deep inner knowing that there exists a higher realm where everything you seek has already been created, and that reality is simply waiting to be brought into form through your belief. When you have faith in the unseen, you are acknowledging that the physical world is not the only reality. In fact, the physical is merely a reflection of the unseen, a shadow of the higher, more vibrant realm of creation that exists beyond time and space. What you desire, whether it is love, success, health, or fulfillment, already exists in this invisible reality. The key to manifesting it in your life is to trust in its existence, even before there's any physical evidence to support it. This is the essence of faith, believing in something that cannot yet be seen with the eyes, but is deeply felt within the heart. Faith transcends logic and reason, for it is not concerned with the limitations of the current moment. It is a connection to the infinite potential that resides within you and within the universe. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, the key that unlocks the door to manifestation. To have faith in the unseen reality means to trust that your desires are already on their way to you, even if the path forward is not yet clear. It is to believe that, despite what your circumstances might look like right now, the life you envision is not only possible but inevitable. Faith allows you to hold on to your vision when the world around you offers no reassurance, no sign that things are moving in the right direction. It is the inner certainty that what you seek is already yours, even if it has not yet materialized. This faith is not passive, it is an active, living force. It requires you to persist in your belief, even in the face of doubt, fear, or delay. Faith is what carries you through the moments of uncertainty, when nothing seems to be happening and you are tempted to give up. It is the power that sustains you, reminding you that the unseen world is constantly working on your behalf, orchestrating events, aligning people, and shifting circumstances in ways you cannot yet comprehend. The unseen reality operates according to its own timing, which often does not align with the deadlines and expectations you set for yourself. This is why faith is so crucial. It allows you to release the need for control and trust that everything is unfolding in divine order. When you place your faith in the unseen, you surrender the need to know how or when your desires will come to fruition. Instead, you rest in the assurance that the universe is always working in your favor, even when you cannot yet see the results. One of the greatest challenges in life is to maintain faith in the unseen when everything around you seems to suggest otherwise. The physical world often offers distractions and illusions that can cause you to doubt your inner vision. You may look at your current circumstances and feel discouraged, thinking that what you desire is too far away or too difficult to achieve. But faith calls you to look beyond appearances, to focus not on what is but on what is becoming. So when you fixate on the present reality, you anchor yourself in limitation. You become under the conditions of the moment, forgetting that they are only temporary reflections of past thoughts. And embracing challenges as part of the plan is a fundamental shift in how we perceive difficulties and obstacles in life. Often we view challenges as disruptions, things to be avoided or overcome as quickly as possible. However, when you understand that challenges are not random misfortunes but intentional parts of a divine yarn, your perspective transforms. Every challenge is a purposeful step in your journey, carefully placed by a higher intelligence to help you grow evolve, and ultimately realize your deepest desires. Challenges are not setbacks, they are catalysts. They are the universe's way of preparing you for what you have asked for, shaping you into the person you need to become to fulfill your purpose. It's easy to think that if things aren't going smoothly, something is wrong or that you're off track. But this couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is that challenges are an essential part of the divine plan, designed to build your faith, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your understanding of yourself and your purpose. In moments of challenge, it can be difficult to see beyond the immediate discomfort or frustration. It's natural to want to resist hardship, to wish it away, and to seek the path of least resistance. Yet the very challenges you face are often the greatest opportunities for growth. They are not barriers, but bridges to your higher self. When you embrace challenges as part of the plan, you stop seeing them as enemies and start recognizing them as teachers. The divine plan for your life is not meant to be a straight, easy path. It's designed to stretch you to capacity or capacity and to refine you. Each challenge is perfectly placed to reveal something within you that needs to be addressed, whether it's a limiting belief, a fear, or a hidden strength you have yet to discover. When you begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth, they lose their power to intimidate you. Instead of feeling defeated, you feel empowered, knowing that each difficulty brings with it a valuable lesson or blessing. Challenges are also a test of faith. They require you to trust in the unseen, to believe that even when things seem to be falling apart, they are actually falling into place. In the midst of a challenge, it may feel like everything is going wrong. But if you look closely, you'll see that challenges often serve to redirect you to something better than you originally imagined. What seems like a detour or delay is often the divine's way of guiding you to an outcome far greater than the one you initially sought. When you embrace challenges as part of the plan, you also begin to trust in divine timing. You recognize that the universe knows the perfect time and way for things to unfold. Challenges teach patience and perseverance. They encourage you to let go of the need to control every aspect of your life and instead surrender to the flow of the divine plan. This doesn't mean passively accepting difficulties, but rather actively engaging with them, knowing that they serve a higher purpose. Challenges can also be a reflection of the very desires you have set in motion. When you ask for something, whether it's personal growth, a new opportunity, or a shift in your life, challenges often arise as the universe's way of preparing you for that manifestation. They act as stepping stones, moving you closer to your goal by forcing you to develop the skills, resilience, and mindset required to handle what you've asked for. For example, if you desire success, you may face challenges that test your dedication and discipline. If you seek deeper relationships, you may encounter conflicts that teach you about communication, empathy, or boundaries. Each challenge aligns with the desires you hold, nudging you to become the person who can receive and maintain the blessings you seek. Moreover, challenges reveal your inner strength. Often it's not until you are pushed to your limits that you discover just how resilient and capable you truly are. Challenges strip away the surface layers of who you think you are and reveal the deeper, more powerful aspects of your being. They show you what you're made of, and in doing so, they prepare you for the next stage of your journey. When you face challenges with the understanding that they are part of a greater plan, you stop resisting and start learning. You shift from a victim mindset where life is happening to you to a co-creator mindset, where life is happening for you. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to realign with your purpose, to strengthen your faith, and to refine your vision. In the grand design of the universe, nothing is wasted. Every experience, no matter how difficult, serves a purpose. The very challenges you face today may be the foundation for your success tomorrow. They may be the building blocks of your future, giving you the wisdom and strength to handle the blessings that are coming your way. When you embrace challenges as part of the plan, you move through life with greater grace, resilience, and trust. You understand that every challenge, no matter how daunting, is a gift and essential part of your evolution toward your highest potential. Ultimately, challenges are the universe's way of helping you step into your power. They teach you that you are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you realize. Each challenge is a reminder that you are on a divine path, one that is uniquely designed for your growth and fulfillment. When you embrace this truth, you no longer fear challenges. Instead, you welcome them as sacred opportunities to align more fully with the divine plan and to manifest the life that is meant for you. Embracing challenges as part of the plan is a profound realization that life's difficulties are not roadblocks, but rather integral elements of your growth and evolution. When you shift your perspective to see challenges as purposeful and divinely orchestrated, everything changes. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or victimized by life's hardships, you begin to see them as opportunities to strengthen your character, expand your understanding, and align more deeply with the divine plan that is unfolding for you. Challenges are often misunderstood as random misfortunes or as evidence that something has gone wrong. In reality, they are the universe's way of refining you and preparing you for the very things you've been asking for. Whether you desire success, love, healing, or personal transformation, challenges serve as the crucible through which these desires are forged. They push you beyond your comfort zone, forcing you to confront the parts of yourself that are holding you back from fully realizing your potential. When you embrace challenges as part of the plan, you are acknowledging that nothing in life happens by accident. Every difficulty, every obstacle, every setback is placed on your path for a reason. These experiences are not meant to break you, but to shape you into the person you are destined to become. They reveal your hidden strengths, your resilience, and your capacity to overcome adversity. In essence, challenges are not detours, they are direct paths to your highest self. Consider the metaphor of a seed buried in the soil. From the outside, it appears that the seed is trapped in darkness, isolated and struggling to push its way through the earth. Yet this challenge is essential for its growth. The seed cannot become a mighty tree without first breaking through the soil, enduring the weight and pressure that come with its environment. Similarly, the challenges you face are the very conditions necessary for your soul's expansion. They are what cultivate the qualities, patience, perseverance, faith that you need to manifest the life you desire. When you encounter a challenge, it's natural to feel frustration, fear, or doubt. But when you recognize that the challenge is part of a larger divine plan, you can shift your mindset from resistance to acceptance. This does not mean passively accepting hardship, but rather approaching it with the understanding that it serves a higher purpose. You may not see it in the moment, but every challenge is a stepping stone to something greater. It is a lesson, a tool, or a turning point that will eventually reveal its significance in your journey. Challenges also serve as mirrors, reflecting back to you the areas of your life that need attention, healing, or change. They often highlight the beliefs, habits, or fears that are limiting your progress. For instance, if you encounter financial challenges, they may be calling you to examine your relationship with abundance and scarcity. If you face challenges in relationships, they may be urging you to develop better communication skills or to establish healthier boundaries. In this way, challenges are not punishments, they are invitations to grow, to evolve, and to align more fully with the divine plan for your life. Another critical aspect of embracing challenges is the development of faith. Challenges often come when you least expect them, disrupting your plans and creating uncertainty. In these moments, it can be tempting to give in to fear or to believe that you are off track. But it is precisely in these moments that faith becomes essential. Faith is the belief that even though you cannot yet see how things will work out, they are working out for your highest good. It is the trust that the divine plan is always unfolding perfectly, even when it appears otherwise. Faith allows you to move through challenges with grace, knowing that what lies on the other side of difficulty is a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. It enables you to hold on to your vision, even when the path forward is unclear. Instead of being consumed by the immediate discomfort of the challenge, you can remain anchored in the knowledge that everything is happening for your benefit. Faith transforms challenges from obstacles into opportunities, empowering you to stay focused on your desires and intentions, rather than being swayed by temporary setbacks. Challenges often contain hidden blessings. What at first seems like a difficulty or a loss can ultimately lead to something far greater than you imagined. For example, losing a job might feel like a devastating blow, but it could be the catalyst for discovering a career that is more aligned with your true purpose. A painful breakup might feel like the end of a relationship, but it could open the door to a deeper connection with yourself and eventually lead to a more fulfilling partnership. When you embrace challenges, you open yourself up to the unexpected gifts they carry. In this light, challenges are not hindrances to your growth, they are essential components of it. They are the universe's way of guiding you toward the fulfillment of your highest potential. Each challenge you face contains within it the seed of transformation, the opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve into the person you are meant to be. The very obstacles that seem to stand in your way are often the precise experiences that will propel you forward, leading you to greater clarity, wisdom, and strength. When you embrace challenges as part of the divine plan, you stop viewing life as something that happens to you and begin to see it as something that happens for you. Every experience, no matter how difficult, serves a purpose. Challenges test your resolve, strengthen your faith, and refine your vision. They push you to rise above your limitations and to step fully into your power. Instead of fearing challenges, you come to welcome them, knowing that they are integral to your growth and essential to your journey. Embracing challenges is an act of surrender, not in the sense of giving up, but in the sense of releasing the need to control every aspect of your life. It is trusting that the universe knows what it is doing, that each challenge you face is part of a greater design, and that you are always being guided toward your highest good. When you surrender to this truth, challenges lose their power to intimidate or overwhelm you. Instead, they become the means by which you are transformed, the tools that shape you into the person you are meant to become. In the grand tapestry of life, God's plan is always unfolding perfectly, precisely, and with divine intention. Every experience you encounter, every desire you hold, and every challenge you face is part of a larger design that is guiding you toward your highest potential. The whispers of your desires are divine nudges, reminding you that you are a co-creator in this magnificent journey, and your faith in the unseen reality is the very force that brings your visions to life. When you embrace challenges as part of this plan, you understand that they are not obstacles but opportunities. They are the universe's way of preparing you, refining you, and revealing the depths of your strength and resilience. Each challenge is a stepping stone, leading you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose, shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Faith in the unseen allows you to trust that, even when the path is unclear, even when difficulties arise, the divine plan is always working in your favor. You are never off course. Every detour, every delay is part of the process. You are always exactly where you need to be, learning the lessons that will bring you closer to the life you are destined to live. As you move forward, remember that you are not separate from God's plan, you are an integral part of it. Your desires are divine in origin, and your challenges are divinely orchestrated. Trust in this plan, trust in yourself, and know that everything is happening for your growth, your evolution, and your ultimate fulfillment. Embrace the journey with faith, courage, and an open heart, for you are always being guided toward your highest good.